we'll discuss what are the points to be kept in mind while filing income tax returns. So ensure that while filing your income tax return for financial year 1920, these points are not missed out so that the income tax return is filed correctly. So let's start with the video. So the first point is claiming all your investment benefits. So what I mean by this point, if you have made any investment in LIC or mutual funds or any tax saving bonds, or you are paying your housing loan, so all of these benefits can be claimed in your section 80C. That is, you can claim a benefit of up to 1,50,000 while filing your income tax return, and you will not have to pay any tax on this 1,50,000 if you have made any investments in any of these things. Also, if you are paying your health insurance premium or your Mediclaim, you ensure that you even disclose this amount so that you can even save your taxes over here in section 80D of the Income Tax Act. The second point is all the bank accounts are clearly disclosed. Let's say you are doing transactions in 2 bank accounts, but you ideally have 3 bank accounts. One account, you're not doing any transaction, but it is operative. You're just earning a nominal savings interest out of it. Ensure that for filing your income tax return, it is mandatory to disclose all your operative bank accounts. So you disclose all of these 3 bank accounts. Also, with the correct account number. Normally it happens that sometimes the account number is not mentioned correctly, or you miss out on any zero. In that case, let's say you're going to get a refund in your bank account. So in that case, you will really have a delay in getting that refund, or that refund will get rejected because the account number is not correct. So ensure that you double check it while putting all the bank account details while filing your income tax return. So the third point is always file your income tax return on time, that is before the due date or within the due date of the government. Why? Why it is so much important? Let's say you filed your income tax return, but then you realized it later that I missed out a benefit or a tax benefit which I was supposed to claim. Then how will you do that? If your income tax return is filed on time, then you can revise this income tax return so that the benefit which you have missed, you can claim it in the revised return. But if you have filed this income tax return after the due date, that is the first income tax return is filed after the due date which is prescribed by the government, in that case, you will not be able to revise your income tax return. So, always ensure that you file your income tax return within the due date. So, in case you have missed out on anything, you can claim it while filing your revised return. Also, if you have refund, ensure that you always file it before the due date, so that who will want that, they should receive a delayed refund. They always want that they should receive the refund on time. So, you will receive it always on time. So, the fourth point is verification of your income tax returns. If you're filing your income tax return, but let's say you're not e-verifying the income tax return, you can verify your income tax return through 2 methods. One is e-verification of your income tax return, that is by either Aadhaar OTP or through your bank account or through your Demat account. Second is you can either send the ITR copy to CPC Bangalore office, which is mentioned in the ITR. Like at the end, you will see where this copy is to be sent. So you have to sign that copy and you have to courier it to CPC Bangalore. Let's say you file your income tax return, but you don't verify this income tax return. In that case, your ITR will not get processed. And if it does not get processed, then even if there is a refund, you will not receive it because your ITR is ensured not yet received only by the department. So ensure that you either do e-verification through online or offline mode, but do it immediately so that your ITR gets processed also quickly. So the fifth point is personal information is filled correctly, like your PAN number, your date of birth, your Aadhaar number, name as per Aadhaar, your Aadhaar is linked with your PAN number. All of these things are correctly filled in so that any of the small mistakes or these information is like the basic records which the income tax has. So ensure that your address, your permanent residential address or all of these addresses are clearly disclosed. Sixth point is all your income is clearly disclosed, as in, let's say you are a salaried employee, you are receiving salary in your bank account and your income is salary, but you're even investing money in shares and you're earning some small amount of capital gains out of it. You have an FD of 2 lakh, let's say, in your name, and you're even earning interest on that FD. You have savings bank interest as well. It's not that while filing your income tax return, you have to just disclose your salaried income. No. You have to disclose all your income which you are receiving. Everything. That is, even the capital gains which you have earned from your shares, the FD interest, or any other income, like all sources of income are to be clearly disclosed while filing the income tax returns. So normally people really forget some shares income or like some other income which they are receiving while filing the income tax return. So ensure that when you're filing the income tax return, you collate all of this information and double check it before filing your income tax return so that you don't have to rectify it or revise the return later. And the last point is TDS deposited. If you're a salaried employee or even a business person, if your parties are deducting TDS or your employer is deducting your TDS, in that case, ensure that you know what is the correct amount of TDS which is deducted. So that before filing your income tax return, you know that that TDS should get reflected in my Form 26AS so that you can claim the benefit of that TDS against the taxes which are payable, or if there is no taxes payable, then you can even claim a refund of that entire TDS amount. Normally people face this issue that they know that let's say that TDS deducted is 50,000 rupees, but the amount which is getting reflected in your Form 26AS is only 40,000 rupees. So ensure that whenever you're filing your income tax return, you check your Form 26AS. So if there is any lesser amount which is getting reflected in your Form 26AS, then you can coordinate with your vendor or with your employer and get the right amount in your TDS statement so that you can claim the correct refund or you can get the right TDS amount and there are no hassles while filing your income tax return. So these are the few points which you must not miss out on while filing your income tax returns so that you don't have to pay, you do not have to pay extra taxes or you do not have to revise your return later, because then you realize that I missed this point so I have to revise this return.